Howdy, howdy, and welcome to the Tea Weasel, where we pair teas with movies. Today we'll be looking at...
Listen, I watch a lot of movies, Paul. I know what I'm doing.
That's right, you guessed it, 2013's Pain and Gain. This Michael Bay Bayham of a movie is based off of true events. The true events are stranger than real life. And the movie. Side note, this movie is rated R, and children should not be watching it. You have been warned. For this movie, I am pairing it with a matcha protein powder. But to truly pair this movie with this tea, I have to go all out. I had to be a doer, not a don'ter. So I got off my couch and went to the gym, where I fought against the war against gravity by picking things up and setting things down. I was ready to get sweaty, and I had a desire to perspire. And then I went home and had this protein shake. And I'll leave it to past me to fill you in on the details about the shake. Alright, here's the protein powder I'm using. As you can see, like, all the instructions are in Japanese. The only thing I can really tell is this bit right here. But other than that, I don't know what it's saying. Right out of the bat, it smells like green tea, which I guess is good considering this is a matcha one. Gonna add a scoop. And then some water. Now it's time to shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your body. Shake your body. Still smells like green tea. I think I added too much water. It tastes very diluted. It's not bad. It blended well. The taste is subtle when I mixed it with like 12 ounces of water, which is probably a lot more than what this was saying. And Pain and Gain follows the story of a doer, a meathead, and a guy trying to do better but keeps getting pulled down. Trying to steal money from this rich dude and a porn star and his wife, which they accidentally kill and do a really amateur job of cleaning it up. In the movie, the doer Lugo is played by Mark Wahlberg, and his reason for doing this is he wants to be treated like an equal to everybody, maybe even better. The meathead Andre, played by Falcon, well, I guess technically Captain America now, Anthony Mackie, who only seems to be in it at the beginning for the games. And because he's got this erectile dysfunction thing that he needs money to treat because he takes a bunch of steroids.
It's a steroid-induced impotence.
Paul, played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, is the born-again Christian who's trying to do better but keeps getting pulled down. His entire reason for participating in this is because he can't get a job being an ex-convict, which really says a lot about, our society as a whole. The only really likable character in this movie is Paul, who doesn't even technically exist. Paul is the combination of two real people into one character, which is why his performance seems like he's playing two different people at times. Because he is. One of the people that Paul is based off of actually is a born-again Christian, and throughout the entire movie, it's more of a joke. Like when he's being nicer to Victor, the victim in this movie. I understand that this is a movie, and the torture they actually did in real life is truly horrendous, but they portrayed it as kind of funny, and nothing about this is actually funny. They made Victor seem like a sleazy guy.
You getting exercise currently?
Besides stripping, I got a 3-mile McMansion next to a private jogging path, but it's all homos and housewives.
My practicality, he was just a dude who actually sued Universal Studios for their betrayal of him. Right after the trial, the person Victor was based off of got arrested for Medicare fraud. There's a scene where Paul is cooking some hands.
My stomach was making the rumblies that only hands would satisfy.
What? That actually happened, and the movie takes the time to remind us that this is based off of a true story. The movie goes to great lengths to try and make us sympathize with the main characters of this movie, even though we shouldn't. They tried to make them seem like a bunch of bumbling imbeciles just trying to survive somehow. In practicality, the Sun Gym gang was a bunch of monsters that tortured a dude and then killed 2 other people. These are not people we should be making sympathetic characters in movies. However, the acting of these characters was fantastic. Every actor in this movie brought their A game, and the soundtrack is pretty good too. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this movie is directed by Michael Bay, which means a lot of Bayham. The scene where The Rock is running away from the cops never actually happened. He never lost a toe. Mostly because that character, again, doesn't actually exist. And that's really it for the Bayham portion. Also, there's a lot of narration in this movie. Almost every single character has narration in this movie, and it almost always kills the pacing. For the most part, it's all tell, don't show, when in practicality, it should be the reverse of it. With all that being said, I actually did enjoy this movie. The soundtrack slaps, and the acting is phenomenal. The story is well told, even though some of it didn't actually happen. Side note, forgot I mentioned this earlier. 2 of the writers for this movie have worked on just about every single movie. Here, look at this. Crazy, right? Anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, feel free to give it a good old thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more great content. And until next time, watch a movie and have a relaxing cup of tea.